How many times have you said that you'll get to it this week? Whether it's going to the gym, calling that person, researching that business idea, or even decluttering your home. There is always something that's preventing you from completing it, avoiding doing the one thing that you really need to do. So why is that? It's because you're procrastinating. For whatever reason, the very thing that you want to do is last on your list. So again, why is that? One of the reasons is because of a fear of failure. Hi, I'm Anthea, founder of Amarkai Group. We help entrepreneurs and small business owners to skyrocket their success so that they can create more impact in the world. Keep watching to find out why you procrastinate. So let's break that down. Fear is an emotional response to something that seems dangerous. Failure is a lack of success. So essentially, you're afraid that you are not going to succeed in doing something, so you would rather not find out. So you end up avoiding doing the one thing that you want to do, and you find all these other things to do instead. How does that help you? Well, it doesn't. But this fear arises because of so many things. The fear, danger, failure, success, all stems from this desire to be perfect. We're so used to having to perfect ourselves that if there is a slight concern that we will not be perfect in the thing that we are setting out to do, we don't even want to get started, because I don't want to find out what failure looks like. So let me just not do that. So imagine I've gone for my driving test. When I was about 17, I went for my driving test. I thought I might fail. I didn't actually think I was that ready, but I was like, right, I need to give this a go because I'm trying to beat all of my friends and get my license before I turn 18, right? This was the mindset. So I went and I had that test. I failed. I cried. I failed. I was so distraught. The one thing that I thought would happen, happened. But you know what? I didn't die. I did not die. So you get the evaluation, you understand what is it that I didn't do that I could work on. So I got back to work. I booked my next set of lessons and I improved on the things that I failed in previously. So because of that, when I went in to take my next test, I didn't fear failure. I just thought, okay, this is not dangerous. I'm not going to get a lack of success here. I'm going to do this because I've now put in the work. Yeah, I failed. I failed. I was upset and I wanted to contest it, but that's another story. So the point is, I went in the second time without a fear of failure because I had information that allowed me to improve on what I did. So again, second time round, I'm now looking at what do I need to do to get through this and succeed. So I went back, I booked my lessons, I did the work, I started getting better. And then I went in for my third test. Did I fear failure? No. My confidence was so high. I said, I have to pass this simply because I've done so much work. So I went in confidently, I was excited. Yeah, I failed. I failed. And annoyingly, I had the same person who failed me the second time. So it was a big deal for me. So I went back. I said, nope, I'm not accepting this. I know that I can succeed. And so I immediately, the next day, booked my test. I told my driving instructor I was going to have only one more driving lesson before we actually took the test. And what happened? Did I have a fear of failure? No. I went in, I did the work, I passed the test, and I managed to do it before I turned 18. Woohoo! So the point here is that the fear, right, that the fear of something being dangerous, seeming dangerous, is based on my belief of it being dangerous. I went in the first time scared because it was unknown, but I knew exactly the kind of situation I was likely to find myself in each time I went back to do the test. Now, the benefit is that every time I happened to fail, I gathered intel. I gathered information that would help me to improve so that when I went back, I had a better chance of succeeding. Now, usually this whole idea of failure, I didn't get my driving test on the first go, but I've got my driving test, my driving license. If I had given up on that first go, or if I'd never even bothered to start learning to drive, I would never be able to have the freedom that driving affords me. And so when you look at this example and use it in a case of procrastination, this is about you avoiding success. What if I didn't take the lessons? What if I didn't do the theory test? I would never find out whether or not this is something that I could do. And now that I have found out and I've improved and I've gotten better to the point I'm now qualified to do this, it's given me freedom and confidence to step up and do other things. So when you stay in that mode of procrastination because you fear what the outcome is going to be, you prevent yourself from living because you're not giving yourself the opportunity to find out if it's true and also find out how and who you are in that moment. Are you somebody who can succeed in this? Are you somebody who cannot succeed in this? And if not, what can you do to make sure that the next time you do, you are not giving yourself any opportunity to do so if you don't do the work? So procrastination shouldn't be feared about the outcome. It should be about the income. What are you putting into the process to try to get the outcome that you are looking for? What work are you doing in order to get the outcome that you want? Because if you don't put in the work, you will never get the results. And so if you avoid doing everything that you're supposed to be doing to move you forward in that particular area, whether it's your health, it's your business, it's a relationship, it's developing yourself, all of these things need income, they need input, they need work in order for something to change and a different result to be achieved. So if you feel helpless, if you feel like you are overwhelmed, if you have an inability to make decisions, if for whatever reason you are always getting distracted by something else, these are very, very clear signs that you are procrastinating. And if you look deeper into that, it's not because you don't have time. Because trust me, you'll have time to watch some Netflix. You'll have some time to go and, eat the food that you want to eat. You'll have time to go to the movies or go out with a friend. But are you making the time to do the work to get the results that you want from life? Because if you're not putting the income in, don't expect an outcome. So remember, it's so important for you to understand the signs of procrastination so that you can get yourself aware that you are doing it and challenge yourself in the moment. Ask yourself, what are you really afraid of? What is the thing that you are scared of happening? And know that if you don't try, if you don't do the work, you are never going to find out if the answer to that question is even true. And remember, just because something doesn't work out how you expected, it doesn't mean it didn't work out. Sometimes things have to happen in the way that they do so we can learn from it. We can gather the information, we can gather the intel, we understand how we approach things and know that actually this is not the best way to approach it. Learning all of that gives you the knowledge, it gives you confidence to make better decisions, to do things differently, to come up with another strategy. But if you haven't even started, you are never going to know whether or not you can finish. You have to start if you want to finish. You have to put in the income in order to get the outcome. So think about how you can reframe what success looks like to you. Rather than the outcome, focus on the doing. Focus on you being successful if you do the work. And know that if you focus on that, you will be successful each and every time. Because you know that whatever happens, it may not have worked out how you expected, but it definitely worked out. So I hope you found this video useful. Please subscribe, like, share and comment and let us know how you found it.